Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to the last part of the chat series, and this is the last video of this series. And in this video, we will going to see how we can show our notification count whenever user comes to the application. So if you follow the last part of the series, then we know that we are already created a chat app which has this type of UI. And if you see that here we are showing some count number. So for example, this saying 20. That's when 20 messages are pending to read. Whenever we enter that into the chat, we see all the messages and this count get reduced. And this count get reduced. This is the main thing. So how we can do that? So let's start it. In the main activity, we have to do that. Here we are storing all the chats. But if you see in the Firebase, we are not storing any time, right? We are storing the name of email, the ID and message and user ID, but we are not storing any time. So let's store the time of the message when the message gets sent. So to do that, we have to add another field. Okay, wait, I think I'm doing some wrong thing. That is not the correct Firebase one. Sorry, this one is the one. Okay, you can see that here we have the timestamp, right? This is the timestamp. So using this timestamp, we can do that. So let's do this in the start page. In our start page, we have this number. Let's give it an ID. Count and copy this. Oh, sorry. ID notification count. Perfect. Now let's go to here, text view. Okay, perfect. Now in main activity, how we are getting the chats. So we have a query. Using the query, we are getting all the chats. So let's get this query first. This is our query, and the order by timestamp, that is also perfect. And let's call this query dot add on snapshot listener new. Sorry, right now. And now we have to do our query dot add snapshot listener new event listener. So this will call every time a new message comes in the chat, and this value will hold all the query snapshots. Value dot get documents dot size. We need this. So notification count dot set text, and we have to concatenate with text, and this will have some number. So let's run this application, but before we run it, we need to see. Okay, let's run it. So see, it's showing 90. So there are 19 messages there which is pending to read. But no, actually it is showing every message whatever is here, all the messages. But when I entered, it should go out, right? It should be 0. So how we can do that? So basically we have to create a share preference where all the things will be stored whenever I entered and wherever I go out, right? Okay. So we have to create one say preference, but the fact is first of all we need to get the date, the current time when user click on the button, right? And this should be the one which we use to store Firebase data. This one is the one field value dot server timestamp. Okay, this is a field value. So current time dot let's print this one so we can log this. So now whenever the app runs, it will show up the time, what is the time it's showing. Let's see what comes up. So it's giving us some timestamp for the Firebase one. We don't know what is this, right? Um, okay, I don't know is it a correct way or not, but let me do one thing. We will not store the timestamp from the Firebase timestamp. We will do like new date and dot get time. It will give us the time of in number, right? This will be our number. And when we change this here, we need to change it in other place as well. This is an image upload also. We need to change here, and we need to change another place, that is our model. So this is our model. We are storing it is in date, but it will be like number. Okay, perfect. But now the thing is we have to delete the database, otherwise it will not work. So let's delete it, otherwise it will crash the application. Okay, now we need to run the application. Let's run it. So app is running. So you see 0 count here. So if we enter also, we will not see any messages. So let's send some message. Hi. See, it's crashed the application. Why? Because there are some problems with the field. See, could not deserialize object for number. The model we set as number is not, it should be long. Now let's run it, because the data saved in the is in number. See, it is saved and as a number. Now the app is running and you can see one is coming here because there is only one message. So if I send some more hey, it's go out and the count get increased to 2. Now what is the thing? Now we have to store the time when I click here. I read the message, I go back. This should be gone, right? This should be gone. So whenever I click on here, this is the place where it's open the app. I have to get the time first. So long current time equals to new date dot get time. So to store this current time, let's create another Java file, which will be our shared preference, save state, and it will having one shared preference, and it will need a constructor, and under this constructor we need a context. And this shared preference one will go here, equals to context dot get shared preference name, file name, and we need to pass a context dot mode as private. Perfect. Now using this we need two more function, which will be public void set current time set time. Okay, this will store the value. So it will having one params and it will be number. Here preference dot editor equals to my share preference dot edit dot put long, and I'm passing this as a number and the number, and then I have to apply that. So editor dot apply. Now we have another function public and it will return the long, so it will be a type long get click time. And we need to retrieve the long from the time, so name it as num, and we need to get from the share preference dot get long, and we need to pass the number. If nothing is there, then it should return us some default value, so we will return the current time. Okay, we need to return this num. Perfect. So now let's create this here. So we have the current time. Now we have to store it. So new save state, and we need to pass this as in context and dot set click time, and we need to pass the time. and then it will open the table. It will open the activity. That's it. Now whenever we comes here and want to get the data, whenever the on activity on create method calls, and also one more thing we have to do, this notification count dot set visibility gone. Okay, now we have to get the long value here as last click time equals to new save state this dot get click time. Now we are getting the data from by order by. Now we have to pass another thing as where greater than or equal to this timestamp. We need to pass the parameter as timestamp, and this last click time. So it will get only those records which is after clicking the button. Okay, so let's run this application again. Oh, I think I'm forgetting something. So once this called, we need to set visible. Okay, so it's run and there is saying 0. If I enter, I have 2 messages, but here is nothing. So if I send some message here, hey, and I send, so a new message comes up, right? And if I go back, see, 1 is getting counted. But you know what? I'm already there. I send the message, I'm in here. So why it's changed there? Because it's don't know the time. It's having the time before. So the same thing we have to do in the back button as well of the main chat app. Here, whenever we click on back, it should get the current time and store it in the set click time. Now if I run it, it should not show up anything whenever I go back. So right now there is 0, no messages are there. I entered, I typed something, the message has been sent. If I go back, it's showing me the data. Why? Because this function is getting called once in the start page, this function. So we need to call this function in the on start activity. We need to get on start, and under that we need to do this. So every time the page loads or refresh, anything happens, this will call. Let's try again. So right now there is 0. I entered, I add some message, what's up, send the message has been sent. I go back, still it's saying 0. Perfect, right? One more thing there is, and that is initially if there is 0, okay, the count is 0, then how it is showing that? So we need to see if this value dot get text size equals to 0, then we don't need to show up, right? We can say like visibility gone, otherwise it will show up. That's the correct way. Now let's run it again, and we need to test it from a multiple device. So let me connect my another device. Perfect. And we need to do one more thing. In the start page, this is already visible, so we don't need this text, and the visibility by default it will be gone. Perfect. So there are no messages is there to read. So okay, let me connect my another device and let's test into it. Okay, so I come up with my another device. Let's run it in my another device as well. So let's put these two devices side by side. Okay, both device has been running. So this device does not have this anything seen. Oh man, why it's getting crashed? I think something is wrong. Let me do uninstall it and run it again. I need to log in. Login successful, and I am seeing the messages. So if I go back, this comes up, and let me send something from here, like say hi. See, the notification counts, and I get the notification. So if I send more message, hello, the counting increases. But here if I see, there is no count because I send, right? I send the message. Let's enter here. I see two messages, and if I go back, there is no message pending to read. So let's send some message from here. Hello. The message goes there and count increase. I get the notification as well. If I say you send, notification count increase, and I get the notification. So in that way the notification count works. If I click enter and I see the messages, if I go back, there is no count pending. Same for here as well. So thanks for watching this video. If you find this video helpful, like it, share it with your friends, and tell me what I can do for the next series, and you can comment down below what you need in the next video. Thanks. I will meet you in the next video.